who was at that point in time
1605.
simultaneously both, if you were the government, you were also the head of the church. So he was the head of the Protestant church.
So the Dutch East India Company never tried to convert Muslims. They only wanted to convert Roman Catholics, who were far more dangerous than Muslims, because this is the background of the Reformation. The Dutch really worried about Catholics. They just ignored Muslims.
Because that's who they've been fighting.
And it was the extension of the Reformation. The wars of religion.
Yes.
Thank you. You are talking about Islamization in Java. My question is, it is tried for or tied to cultural space. I mean, it's even solution or Islamization in bureaucracy or structural or force. So what kind of Islamization?
What do you mean with in modern times, you mean?
Yeah.
Nowadays?
Yeah, from the past and present.
Oh. The role of bureaucracy. Well, that's very unclear. Although it is true that what we do know is that from the 1980s onwards, so it's the last 20-odd years, the bureaucracy in Indonesia, generally, certainly in Java, the bureaucracy in Indonesia generally plays quite an important role in promoting deeper religious sensibilities. That's partly because of bureaucratic involvement in things like mosque building and handing in funds for building mosques. The connection between the state education system and religious education system. So bureaucracy has been very important. In the past, it's hard to know. For example, in one of the great periods of deepening Islamization in the Javanese case was in the reign of Pakuwon II. So that's 1726 to 1749. Now then, this was led by a woman whose grave I showed this morning, Dr. Pakuwon. So among the bureaucracy, the Priai, anyway, the officials of the kingdom, she had quite an important group supporting her in pressing the king to be more Islamic, pressing for Islamic law, things like prohibiting opium, etc., to be spread in the kingdom. But there were also people we know among the senior Priai of the court who opposed them, who resisted that, thought it was a bad idea. So it was a matter of conflict within, or contest within the Kraton itself, between different cliques, basically who would control this young king. And the Islamizers won for a long time, until it all turned into a disaster with the kingdom conquered. And then the anti-Islamizers dominated the kingdom for the last 2 years of the reign. So I think it would vary from one circumstance. I don't think there's a general rule about how bureaucrats or officials operate in this situation. But in recent times, bureaucracy has been very important in Islamization, right across Indonesia. And you'll find now, of course, politically, no political party is going to be opposed to religion in any form. Everyone has a religious branch, everyone supports religion. And most of a lot of the Perda Sharia introduced by gold card politicians, for example. So it's all these politicians, all these bureaucrats, they're part of the deeper religious life of the country. And it was remarkable in the late Order Bardo, for example, people talked about how much the army, the Abri, they talked about the greening of Abri. Abri was much more devoutly Islamic. And again, remind ourselves of what a universal phenomenon this is. There have been, I think, 2 scandals in the United States where officers at the Air Force Academy have forced young officers of the academy, students of the academy, to become involved in fundamentalist Christian movements. So it's not just, I don't like the idea of a fundamentalist Christian driving a bomb right there. But it's not just an Islamic thing. This is something happening in the United States. Dr. Strangelove all over, right?
One last question.
Yeah, thank you. It seems to me your explanation more about people-to-people Islamization, and I wonder whether in your research you have a state-sponsored Islamization or not.
Oh, yes, certainly.
Right.
Yeah, the great points, well, what we're saying is that first evidence we talked